All right, guys, this is meant to be a video to help you write your Thatcher introduction and your Thatcher body paragraph. In this video, I'm going to start trying to give you an outline of what I'll talk about. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about the introduction versus the body of a rhetorical analysis essay. I'm going to talk about rhetorical situation versus rhetorical analysis. I'm going to talk about how important it is to get the speaker's main idea. I'm going to talk about Thatcher examples that you can find online, your Kennedy essay and its relationship to this assignment, how I'm going to grade these, and then I want to give, at the end of the video, I want to give a shout out to Carmela. So first of all, the intro versus the body. Your introduction for the rhetorical analysis is probably going to be short. It's going to be 3, maybe 4, I doubt 5 sentences. And you can pretty much write your entire introduction. I think 100% of it can be written from the prompt. And by prompt, I mean that small piece above the passage, okay? In the body, that's when you're going to use the passage to develop whatever the question is in the prompt. Think of the introduction as the what, and think of the body as the why and the how. Okay? Rhetorical situation versus rhetorical analysis. The video that you watched from the College Board was all about rhetorical situation. Okay? The rhetorical situation is the what, and it comes in the introduction, whereas the analysis is all done in the body. Okay, when she was marking the passage, she was um, she was analyzing it in to see what its relationship was to the rhetorical situation. But that rhetorical situation was found in that prompt above the passage. Okay. The most important thing in a rhetorical analysis essay when reading the passage is to come out of the passage understanding what the author's or speaker's main idea is. All right, and it's usually going to be fairly simple. Okay, in this case, Thatcher's giving a eulogy for Ronald Reagan, and she's praising him. She's saying he's a really great person. Okay, that's kind of the main idea. So if you have something like that and you figure that out, then you're good. But you have to get the main idea correct. I mean, you have to be able to see. I think that's why it's as simple as it is, so that you can pick up on it with ease. But you do have to get it correct, I think, to score well on this essay. So, you know, the exam is, we feel like it's a test of your writing abilities, but see how it's also a test of your reading abilities, because if you don't read that passage well, if you're inaccurate in the way you read that, comprehend, I guess, that passage, then it's going to throw your essay off. Okay, online there are always examples. This is for any AP class, all right? If you simply Google Thatcher AP English language, that's probably all you would have to Google. You will find sample essays on the Thatcher prompt. You'll find at least, if you look at the ones from the College Board, you'll find at least a high scoring example, a middle scoring example, and then a low scoring example. So you can always look at those to get some ideas for what you might write. Your Kennedy essay is also an example of this, though. So look back at it and see, what did you do in the Kennedy essay? Because even though the topic is different and the rhetorical situation is different, the assignment is no different. The skill is no different. When I grade these introductions and paragraphs, I'm going to be commenting on all of them. I'm going to be asking you some questions that perhaps will help you extend the paragraphs. So I'm going to be taking care of that today. I plan on doing a lot of grading today. And so obviously, like, we're piecing this analysis together, right? Like we did the intro and the paragraph, and then, tomorrow and Thursday, I'll assign probably, another paragraph. And then at some point next week, I'm just going to say, okay, here's an essay, do it, put yourself on the clock. I'm actually looking for maybe a website that'll time you out, because I think that you need to feel that pressure. So I will be giving you some examples, and then the last thing that I want to say is I just really want to praise Carmela, because she texted me all basically everything that I just went over with you was a text conversation that Carmela and I had for about, I don't know, about 45 minutes today, where she was actually taking pictures of her screen and sending me screenshot or photos of her screen and what she had written. That her willingness to engage in the material that way, and to struggle with the material. You don't ever want to struggle to the point that you can't go on, but you do want to struggle a little bit. You need, in anything, you need to be willing to engage in a struggle, or else you won't get smarter. I mean, think about it in terms of like weightlifting. If you can bench press 150 pounds and you know that, right? And you go to work out and you want to max out, you're not going to put 250 pounds on the bar. Like, that's just too much. You're not going to be able to get that. But you don't want to put 140 either. That's not going to get you stronger, right? You want to try to get up to 160. You want to, and I don't really know what I'm talking about right now, I know. But you get my point, right? That there needs to be some dissonance. There needs to be some struggle in order for you to get smarter. And I know that we talked about this at the beginning of the year, but maybe you've forgotten. But I'm just so proud of, and I would call out anybody if you do something great. I got all your names up in the on the Echo agenda, but I'm just so proud of Carmela for her willingness to engage in that struggle. That is how you get smarter, and you'll do really well. Okay, thanks.